Hello folks, the LEGO Nexo Knights series came out in 2016 and is about knights fighting different monsters. It only lasted 3 years, but they made over 60 building sets for it. In this video, I'll talk about the Nexo Knights. In 2013, they had the Legends of Chima series, where animals like lions, wolves, ravens, and others went on adventures. Each year, until 2015, they made less stuff in this theme because not many people were buying it, and in the end, they closed it. And in 2016, Nexo Knights takes over the theme. It's about a team of 5 knights, but not your typical ones. These are futuristic knights with high-tech gear and other cool stuff. Originally, it was supposed to be a normal continuation of the 2008 fantasy era, with lava monsters instead of skeletons and trolls, but kids liked the modern version more during testing, so they went with that. Even though Nexo is pretty different from the old castle themes, it's still considered part of them. The LEGO company really thought about copying the success of Ninjago, which came out in 2011, and maybe doing even better. They did everything they could for it. They made more than 30 sets of different quality levels in just 1 year, had a cartoon series, a game, which I'll talk about a bit later, and lots of magazines and books. The marketing was pretty serious, and I'd say it was even a bit better than Chima's, to be honest. They announced it at Comic-Con in December 2015, and the first sets came out in January 2016. There were 17 sets, like Knight and Disc Launchers, Chaos Catapult, Lance's Mecha Horse, Moltor's Lava Smasher, Beastmaster's Chaos Chariot, Clay's Rumble Blade, Jestro's Evil Mobile, the Fortrex, Murloc's Library, Infernox Captures the Queen, the King's Mech, Ultimate Clay, Ultimate Macy, Ultimate Aaron, Ultimate Robin, Ultimate Beastmaster, and Ultimate Lavaria. Also in May, they released packs of knights and monsters. As you probably noticed, lots of the stuff was small and not too expensive. This is one of the last sets doing this, cause all the new ones just keep getting bigger and more pricey. If Nexo Knights dropped 8 sets under $10 in 6 months, then in all of Monkey Kid's history, there hasn't been any stuff like that at all. Considering Monkey Kid has been around longer and doesn't plan on closing even in 2023, the whole making things cost more plan seems to be working. The sets didn't just have the main characters' gear and the rides of the big bad guys, they even had vehicles for total no-names. The characters got famous for being all kinds of different. Regular figures, little speedsters, bots, big monsters you can put together, and even something brand new like Axel. One thing that stands out is the book. Book of Monsters, basically the big bad of the whole thing. You can't really imagine something like that in other series. As you probably get from what I'm saying, I really like this wave. Though in a medieval fantasy setup, I think it would look even cooler, but that's just my taste. Each set in that category, except the really small ones, has what they call Nexo Shields. There are over 500 kinds of them, and they're for this mobile game called Murloc 2.0. You gotta scan these shields, and that lets you do stuff in the game you couldn't do before. The LEGO guys tried to get people to buy as many sets of this theme as possible by putting these shields in so you could collect as many as possible. LEGO did something like this before with collecting set extras, but never on such a big scale. And it seems like the experiment worked because they used a similar thing for video series and Harry Potter themes later on. The second wave of the series, happening in the summer of 2016, was like a direct follow-up to the earlier story. It's still about knights fighting the same lava creatures, and these creatures were even cooler than in the first set. Just think about General Magmar, Flamma, and Whipperella. In the second half of the year, they made a total of 11 things. The Globlobber, Macy's Thunder Mace, Aaron Fox's Aero Striker V2, General Magmar's Siege Machine of Doom, Axel's Tower Carrier, Jestro's Volcano Lair, the Black Knight Mech, Ultimate AXL, Ultimate Lance, Ultimate General Magmar, and Ultimate Flamma. Now, talking about the third wave around January 2017, the LEGO folks switched things up from the lava monsters and introduced a whole new bad guy group, the Stone Army. However, the main baddies were still Jestro and the Book of Monsters, with the only change being that the book turned into a cloud. Some of the cooler figures from this bunch include Rogul, Ruina, and the Harpy. No matter what, the bad guy figures are the main standout in the whole series. During this time they dropped 16 sets: King's Guard Artillery, Lance's Twin Jouster, Ruina's Lock and Roller, the Three Brothers. It's a great idea to make one of the brothers the main build of the set. Clay's Falcon Fighter Blaster, Jestro's Headquarters, Aaron's Stone Destroyer, Lance vs. Lightning, Battlesuit Clay, Battlesuit Macy, Battlesuit Aaron, Battlesuit Axel, Battlesuit Lance, Combo Nexo Powers, Accessory Set, and Battle Pack. Honestly, some of those mentioned sets didn't impress me much. When it comes to the builds, I personally feel like this wave is a bit of a step down compared to the two before, but it's not exactly fair to call the lineup bad. Let's shift to the second half of 2017 when another batch of products hit the shelves, and the 4th season of the animated series went down. By the way, if you're wondering why I didn't talk much about the series in today's video, please forgive me because I didn't get a chance to watch it. So for today, I'm just focusing on the sets. In general, in June of 17, 7 sets came out, making it the smallest wave of the theme at that time, clearly showing dissatisfaction with recent sales in Denmark. If you caught my LEGO failures video, you know that the red and white yellow teams were really let down by Nexo Knights, because they initially thought it was going to be a big hit. The standout figures for the half year, in my opinion, are Harpy, Lord Krakenskull, and General Garg. Also, the Heligoyle, Axel's Rumblemaker, Aaron's Rock Climber, the Stone Colossus of Ultimate Destruction, Knight and Castle, Macy's Bot Drop Dragon, and Combo Nexo Powers Wave 2. After this, the series could have been officially done, but surprisingly, the folks at LEGO dropped another batch planned for January 2018. Though calling it released isn't quite right because the big shots at the company didn't expect much more from the series, so they kind of just threw out 6 brand new sets on a whim, and even the 5th season of the show, still in the works, never happened. The franchise got cut off in the middle of things. Lance's Hive Jouster, Twinfector, Berserker Bomber, Tech Wizard Showdown, Aaron's Expo, Axel's Rolling Tank of Death, the bad guys, successful on their own, mostly ended up being super boring creations, but, to be fair, I liked the vehicles a bit more than the ones from the previous year. Nexo Knights had a big impact on LEGO's future stuff. The Danish company tried to copy the success of Ninjago twice, and both times it didn't work out. So, all the other times they tried something similar, they were way more cautious and low-key. Like, Monkey Kid, as I mentioned earlier, puts out 3/6 sets every 6 months. Maybe that's why the series did kinda okay. As for Nexo, in my view, it got overshadowed by the famous Ninjago, basically becoming its copy in the shadows. Just so you know, in both series, the main characters are a colorful team. Even the rides in both cases are pretty similar. Mechs, cars, fighters, and even dragons. Share what you think about the Nexo Knights series in the comments. Also, remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. Thanks a bunch for watching, everyone. See ya!